Comrades, artists of the Corcoran, you and I are here together for one reason. We are united in our efforts to demarcate the end of the years of blood, sweat, and tears. But also, to proclaim boldly the dawn of a new era. Together we sweat beneath these unattractive cloaks of reverence today, united to respect the genius and perseverance of the names about to be read in an hour. I come to you today with fire, with passion, with all of me. We all have our own unique stories, and first I'd like to share about why I'm here, and then I know there's a lot of people here that have not gone to art school, and I'd like to share a little brief thing about what it's like going to art school. I have the best life I've ever had. I know why I'm alive. All of the adventures I've had in my life, all the adventures I've had in my life, I've discovered what I was here on the planet to do. I was living in China in 2008 when this super catastrophic earthquake hit. A couple of buddies of mine flew down for aid. We were sent into this village in the mountaintop with medical supplies, but because there were landslides, we couldn't get there. So we turned around and camped in a field with 2 evacuated villages. That night, armed with kazoos and balloon animals, I found myself playing with 20 of these kids. Over the next couple weeks, we had set up a kids camp of 300 kids. I was super dirty, I hadn't showered, but I figured out that I was put on this planet to do exactly that, to be with kids that needed help. It was that defining moment that led me to enter into the Corcoran and pursue a future in art education. I entered in with a lot of skepticism about becoming an artist. And there was one teacher, though, that validated all those fears and encouraged me to be both an artist and an art teacher. And that was David Page. Now, as an educator myself, I go back to something that he said to me, and I quote, "As teachers, it's our job to be interesting." As a super intense guy myself, I can really appreciate how David Page shows his passion for living throughout his classes, and for that he has my full respect. That skepticism I had was replaced with confidence to become an artist over my 4 years at the Corcoran. It has not come easy, as a lot of your family members might think. For those here today that have not tasted what it's like to have your artwork critiqued, I have an accent and an analogy. It's your birthday, right? You spend all day making a cake, and there's a knock on the door, and then a bunch of people you don't know walk in, stick the finger in your cake, taste it, and then spend the next 15 minutes talking about how bad it is or how it could be better. And then they go home. As art students, we're presenting our hard work, dedication, and creative energy to our peers and instructors to be analyzed, critiqued, and sometimes dismantled. This act of building courage is what we came here for. That courage is required as we enter into our future art careers. We all may have come with different expectations of school and intentions, but we were all asked the same thing. We were asked to push ourselves past what we knew, past our confidence discover our identities as artists. Comrades! No, I won't do an accent that part. Artists of the Corcoran, class of 2013, if you wear that cap and gown here today, the same person you wore when you started, your degree is only paper. If we are to live alive, we must remain awake in every moment, embrace every struggle, and forever seek out the answer to this question.